Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you. Fire! No, don't get out of your seat and run outdoors. Don't picnic. I'm talking about DE Fire. That's right, for those of you old and grizzled enough to remember DECPL Fire, it's back. But this time produced by a guy called Moo for the Cal Reloaded League. It's been remastered for CSGO, not simply ported, sort of like the new Tuscan, sporting a completely new layout. Oh, actually, Tuscan is kind of the exact same, never mind. Fire is a map distinct for its strange middle area with a sideways ramp on the T side, and a fenced-off area to drop down to middle, and a vast, wide-open area in between the two bomb sites. To get to A, there's a long A with lots of little things on the side and lots of areas you need to peek. There's a short A that sort of goes underground through this industrial-y area. And then there's an even shorter A around middle. It's an even shorter, even more riskier A. Anyway, you can actually jump over middle to get to A as well, so I guess that makes it 4 ways. To get to bomb site B, there's a long B, a short B, and now there's like this connector in between them with a ladder, which honestly, it works really well in gameplay. There's a lot of passageways on this map, which is sure to be jarring for someone who has never played it before. It's a confusing map, but it also opens up many possibilities for strategy, especially considering that the skybox is completely open, allowing you to throw a smoke from one side of the map to anywhere your little heart desires. This is probably why the map file is huge. One of my biggest gripes with the new Dust 2 was the closed-off skybox. This map seems to be able to make it work without hurting performance. From my experience playing it and the playtests, the performance was good. I didn't drop FPS anywhere, as you can see from some of the footage, but the visuals really didn't wow in the least. We've become somewhat accustomed to the grand visual splendors of modern maps. This one looks like a blast from the past, but as a map designed to be competitive, the true test of worth will come from its functionality. Personally, I don't really care if the visuals make me want to eat it with a spoon as long as the gameplay works. I've been waiting for a map like this. Though I am sick of remakes and would like to see a completely new map like Overpass. But yeah, Fire, we all wanted to see Fire remade at some point. When I first heard of Fire, it brought up memories of exclusive maps. Some of you new to CS might be confused. Exclusive maps? What in the world? Basically, these maps were owned by a specific league and licensed or completely denied to be played elsewhere. That's why when we had DECPL Mill, we saw a remake of that, of Tuscan to be played on another league, or Cobblestone being remade into Forge to be played on another league. It was a huge mess. This also brings up an interesting contrast between yesteryear's Game Banana and today's Workshop, where Valve has total control over the maps submitted and provides an excellent aggregation tool with automatic updates, the works. It's just a brilliant system that they have set up now, and it makes sense going forward into the new everything is open, everything available type of an age. The new Fire is not exclusive. It's on the Workshop and anybody can play it. I bet it can be used in any league, but after talking with the developers, they revealed that they did consider the possibility. I don't see a map in this day and age being exclusive, making it very far. With the operations, there's a major incentive, monetary incentive, to submitting the map to the Workshop and attempting to get the wider community to accept it. This has allowed the community to become far more selective, as there's always a greater sense of competition between the map makers. Because of the whole legal aspect of a remake, it is possible that the original makers of the map still have some kind of a claim to it, especially the name Fire. We talked about this with the Tuscan being a copy of a mill in a previous video, so I won't repeat myself with that, but that issue might exist. From my first few playtests of the map during development, I overall enjoyed it. There was nothing that annoyed me. The angles, for the most part, were intuitive, and there weren't any game-breaking spots or exploits that we came across. It feels like a solid map, but I think it still has a ways to go to be smooth enough for competitive play. I'm not going to go into all of the little feedback issues. I actually gave those little feedback issues to the map maker, so we'll see if anything comes of that. But for example, when you're walking long A, there's a bunch of different, like I talked about this before in this video, there's a bunch of different little corners you have to peek. I had to walk it once, and it was just like it was like a chore to go from one side of the map to the other. This is one of the maps that will be considered for competition. That's why it was created, as its namesake will stir up the nostalgia to great effect. It is really up to the competitive community itself to determine if it is viable for that, though. But from my perspective, I think it does have potential. I recommend you folks check it out for yourself, and I'm sure when CalR launches, they will be using it. So there would be an opportunity to play it in a competitive setting. I'll see you folks on the B-ball court. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer. those of you watching until the very end, you are the dedicated viewers who are expecting something funny back here, but instead I'll give you some inside information. The reason for the Lowland videos, I've set up the dual PC system. That's also why there was no sound from the gameplay. I'm still trying to get that to work. But yeah, I got them up and running. It's pretty cool. I think I'll post some pictures of it on social media or something like that. So stay tuned. Yeah. Woo! I didn't write a script for this part, and I just kind of started rambling, and that was really stupid. That was stupid.